crossing the border of our hostile neighbors. As they peer from their watchtowers pointing their guns. A nomadic shepherd is ushering his starving cattle in search of a patch of withering grass. Sitting on the mud floors in their igloo-like thatched hut, a Thari woman looks up from her embroidery, still holding her needle in hand. Tears brimming from otherwise dry eyes, she heaves a painful sigh. She wonders if this piece of craft will fetch her enough to feed her starving family. This land of the Tharis was once the hub of culture and color, of ritual and festivity. Peacocks dance to the whiff of approaching rains. Women in choli ghagras and bangles up to their elbows sang wedding geets to the lilting sound of matkas and laughter. Women carrying their wares doled out water from wells and poured into their matkas, smiling at their good fortune. Around them grazed their cattle, munching sweet grass of the vast plains. Today, this land is a vast, fast-growing desert. Water is a fast disappearing resource. A weary water carrier trudges across the stark wilderness, leading his camels towards a settlement. He has walked 100 miles to quench the thirst of his people. He has crossed 1 or 2 RO plants that are shut down and sees women walking back, clutching empty matkas, returning after an unsuccessful trudge to the well. According to a report submitted to the Supreme Court, 680 water schemes were launched by the previous government. Some are facing acute water shortage due to non-release of water by the government, such as Rand Mina, or because they are out of order or shut down due to financial constraint. The Tharis therefore depend on these 480 RO plants that was set up by the previous government to provide water to 0.16 million people of 7 talukas. But half of these are non-functional due to non-payment by government, while others are out of order or dried up. Small dams in Nagar Pakar have dried up too. The only water available is from brackish deep wells. Due to excessive extraction of groundwater, the aquifers are fast getting depleted. Lakes of Thar, some natural or man-made, are high on toxicity due to dumping of polluted and drainage water. Weather is not on the side of Thar. Dry winds are blowing in sandstorms. Dunes stretch across the once shrub-dotted greens. Even migratory birds that flew down from far and wide no longer descend on the fast drying up natural lakes. They are also driven away by vicious poachers and hunters who have been regular visitors to their winter abode. Progress and development began when some But in hospitals, helpless mothers bring their malnourished infants to watch them die due to lack of facilities. Media plays up their plight, but does media give enough coverage to the narrative of a community that undergoes famine, malnourishment and death due to diarrhea or starvation and poverty? But help for the hospital has come in the form of life-saving equipment donated by some compassionate organizations. This includes 6 ventilators, over 60 incubators, lab machinery, and a machine for thalassemia testing. But much more support from donors is needed to upgrade the hospital's facilities. Can media play a role without policy makers and planners understanding the urgency of action required? Crumbling heritage tells the story of a once flourishing community. But today's peacocks do not dance there anymore. Yesterday's busy temples are a picture of neglect and decay. The effects of climate change, the ecological damage, the fast depleting groundwater, rampant health and nutrition issues and the shortage of canals for irrigation must be addressed. Or else, the land of the Tharis may cease to exist. The Prime Minister's recent visit to Thar gives a ray of hope.